Hi guys, Darth Deuces with another Marvel Legends action figure review, and we're going to be reviewing the Man-Thing Wave Daredevil. Probably my most wanted figure from this wave. The Daredevil show is probably my favorite of the Netflix shows. He's probably my favorite character of the Netflix shows. Probably one of my favorite characters in the MCU sort of universe. Yeah, I just really like the character. I like what they did with him. Daredevil's super cool. So yeah, let's take a look at him in the packaging first. So you got the Build-A-Figure Man-Thing, Daredevil there, Daredevil logo, Marvel Legends. The figure in the packaging there, Daredevil. Pretty cool image of Daredevil, and get the focus there on the sides, which is super cool. And you got a cool image of the figure, and then you got a pretty brief bio which says, blinded as a young boy and imbued with extraordinary senses, Matt Murdock fights injustice by day as a lawyer and by night as the superhero Daredevil. And you got the rest of the figures in the Wave and the Man-Thing BAF. So that's pretty much it, the packaging. I've already reviewed the Punisher previously, so if you want to see that, just check out my channel for that video. We're going to get the Daredevil out of the packaging and take a closer look at the figure inside. Alright, now I have Daredevil out of the packaging, and this is a really cool figure. I really do like it a lot. I have some minor complaints with mine. To a certain degree, I was a victim of bad QC on mine. In some spots, not every spot's bad, but there is some spots that do kind of bug me. I didn't have much choice. There was only one at the store, so I don't know how many of these are in a case, but there's two in a case, and I probably got the worst one out of the case. But first, you do get the Man-Thing BAF head, which is pretty cool. Again, not going to go too much into the BAF pieces, but the sculpt's really nice and everything. Paint looks really good, so that's pretty cool. Move that over to the side. Let's take a closer look at Daredevil, and first off on the head sculpt here. And it's pretty good. The sculpt of the cowl itself is really nicely done. You got like those little slit things where his ears are, which is cool. Got the horns, which are really nicely sculpted. The sculpt really does give that sense of the material that's made out of, which is cool. The black, oh, come on, focus, you piece of junk. Come on, I see if you can see there, the black, the sculpt with the black is like a gridded kind of like, and it looks really, really good. Now, much one of the biggest issues I have is that the red and black outline paints for the eyes, mine is misprinted a bit on the right eye there. It's kind of off from where the actual eye is at. It's a little hard to tell. It's not a huge issue, but it is noticeable a little bit depending on how you're looking at it, which does kind of suck. Also, I feel like they painted too much of his lips. I don't know. It just looks like he has a really big mouth. I don't know why. Aside from that, the sculpt of the jaw looks nice. They kind of gave him a little bit of stubble, which looks kind of cool. I just think maybe the mouth looks a little big. I don't know. Or they painted it too much. And then my misprint of the eye kind of sucks. Besides that, it's a really good head sculpt. I really do like that a lot. The rest of the costume and sculpt of the body and whatnot is really nice. You got this nice sculpted texture to give you a sense of the material of the gear, which is really cool. The black and the dark red looks really nice together. And you can just see that sculpted texture looks awesome. The black gauntlets here look good. They're more of a matte black on the forearms, where there's a glossy black on the gloves, which I think is cool. Got the belt area there, it looks nice. Got some silver paint apps for their straps and whatnot. Got his holster for his billy clubs, which is cool. You can store them in there, which is always nice. A little annoying that they put the number thing there in white on red. It's kind of unfortunate, but not a huge deal. And you got the boots, which are in a... I don't want to say full glossy. It's a sort of shiny black, but it's a bit more matte than it is glossy. And the boots look good. They got some laces there sculpted on, which is pretty cool. Sort of partial treads sculpted on it. And yeah, overall it's really good. I think the proportions are nice too. Yeah, I don't really have a problem with the proportions. I think the proportions look good. So yeah, it's a really good looking figure for the most part, aside from QC issues, and really the only way to avoid that, if you're able to find in stores, is just if there's multiples, just make sure you look through the multiples and make sure you're getting one with decent paint apps. I didn't really have much of a choice, and I doubt my ability to be able to find this again in stores, so that's why I picked this up. And I also didn't even notice the eyes at first, because it is sort of hard to notice from a distance because it's like red on red. They had to put the black outline there to literally differentiate it. So in terms of articulation, he's pretty good, which is kind of vital for this character because he's doing a lot of different, flips and whatnot. He has a bulge out head. He can look back only a little bit because of the collar of his jacket here kind of hinders it a little bit. But you can look down all the way. Not really much pivot, but he has rotation. Good ball hinge at the shoulders. My right one's a little loose. Like, it's not crazy. Like, it still will hold the pose, but it is looser than this one by a lot. Still cuts at the bicep. Double hinges knees or elbows move good. Ball hinges at the wrists. For his gripping hands, I really wish he would have had these ones, but he has these ones. Not a huge issue, but would have been nice. He has ab crunch, which moves good. When it's in the standing up pose, it is just a little wobbly. And I have heard of Daredevil ab crunches busting, so you're going to want to maybe be careful. I don't know. And he has swivel at the waist, ball hinges the hips move good, swivel cuts at the thighs, double hinges at the knees, and hinges at the ankles, a swivel at the ankle, and a rocker at the ankle. He has a lot of ankle articulation, which I found interesting. I wasn't expecting the rotation at the ankle, which is cool. So that's really cool. Gives you some more options potentially for posing. So I like that a lot. In terms of accessories, beside the BAF part, he comes with a pair of interchangeable hands, which are just balled punching fists. There we go. So those are sculpted nicely in the black plastic. Sculpt's nice. You get, obviously, a pair of them, so if you don't want the gripping hands, you can just use those. Though, truth be told, they're almost pointless because the gripping hands themselves are pretty much in punching, poses anyways. But, it's still cool that they include those. I like that. And then you do get his two billy clubs. I'm pretty sure they're called billy clubs. One has a peg in the end, one doesn't, because if you want to, you can peg them together and make a longer billy club. It's not really a staff. It's not very long enough to be a staff, I'd say, but there's one of them. It's pretty good. You got the same red that's on his costume, and you got some gray paint on there, so that's cool. You can hold them well, and they look pretty good, and you can store them in his little holster there on his hip. So that's pretty cool, and he pretty much comes with everything he needs to come with. Quickly, I'll give you a really quick comparison with him next to Punisher here. Both of them are standing pretty straight. Punisher's a bit taller. I think that makes sense. I haven't watched season 2 of Daredevil in a while, so I don't really remember, but I think that makes sense that Punisher would be a little bigger. So that's cool. And they definitely look good together as well. So overall, I think this is a really cool figure. If you're a Daredevil fan and definitely the Netflix show fan, I think this is a must-have. You're really going to want to have this figure in your collection. He is super cool. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.